Hi everyone, thanks for joining. This is a reading for Gemini. It is a general reading, so please take what resonates and then what doesn't, just simply let it go because it's meant for a different soul. I will start off with runes and then clarify with some tarot. And yeah, let's get started. Alright, what does Gemini need to know at this time? Sorry if it's loud. So you've got this, which is all about surrendering. So this is how you're feeling right now. Like, I'm feeling that there's like a lot of turmoil right now, like in your soul or maybe around you, that you're just feeling very conflicted. So let's clarify, and then I promise by the end it will all come together. So you've got Yira, which is all about the harvest, so reaping what you sow, and like think of it like karma, like what you put out will come back to you. So that was for the past. So let's look at the others and then we'll start reading. So you've got Prithru, which is all about like new starts and new beginnings and like that initiation stage. Going. And you've got Sowelu, which is about wholeness. And what's the future for Gemini? Algies, which is about protection. Okay, so let's start reading this. So in this feeling of turmoil and that you need to like, it's like there's people in your life that aren't always, what's the word, like I'm not trying to be negative, but they may not always have your best intentions. They may not always have the best intentions and maybe very self-centered. So this is where your this harvest that has happened, like the karma, and like it's you've got to break free from this current state, because this wholeness that comes from it really sets your soul at peace. And then this algae is about protection. So it's like asking your loved ones to get heaven on earth, to ask you for signs, or maybe it's also even asking people in your life for help, because there's a lot on everyone's plates and no one's a magician. No one is a superhero that can make it all work. Like, we do break down sometimes. So you're not weak by asking for help, but you can also ask your loved ones on the other side for help, because they do want you to be happy and have heaven on earth. And so this wholeness that comes from letting someone go and making sure that people in your life truly want what's best for you, and this change that happens along that process will get you that sense of peace. Like, I'm feeling like a mother figure that's really pushing for this change and really wanting you to, like, I want to say like wake up and smell the roses kind of thing, like that. And like, she really wants you to be happy and be grounded in your life and have that sense of fulfillment. So maybe that's where she's saying, like, asking for signs to let her come through and let her give you the signs that she is around you, even though she's passed. Okay, let's clarify with some more runes. So sorry for the clarity. So you've got Awaz, which is about movement. So this change that has to happen and that new initiation that needs to happen, this goes to show like this move and change will come and break you free. And surrendering isn't a bad thing. Like the word may have like negative connotations, but it is about just letting things go and letting things be. Maybe you're taking on so much and like adding things to your plate that may not need to be there, like you're doing it to yourself. So that's where just letting go, asking for help, and just reevaluating who's in your life to get to that wholeness that they're pushing for. And you've got Manas, which is about like self and self-reflection and looking at people in a new light. So this is where Suelu comes in and having that sense of wholeness. And because you're truly looking out for yourself and your soul and what you're wanting. So this is where there's like a period, like you're going to see people differently. You're going to have that like wake up, like all of a sudden it's like you're aware of your surroundings and you're looking at things differently. And you've got Tiwaz, which is about like being a warrior and like going to the beat of like your own drum kind of thing. So that's where this period of reflection and figuring out what your soul wants, what does Gemini want, and just going for it. Like your own warrior, you can do this. And you've got Uthala, which is all about inheritance. So in this case, I'm not going to take it as like a actual inheritance of money. It's more of like this change that needs to happen. Not needs to happen, but that change that I feel is coming in terms of like looking at people in a new light, not judging, letting go of what's the noise that's not necessarily needed in your life, and truly going for it. You'll reap all the benefits, because we talked about here, you reap what you sow, and like karma, and that's where all of this comes together and you do get enlightenment. You do get that sense of peace and joy and fulfillment in your life through this change that will happen and that awakening. All right, let's clarify with a couple tarot cards. What does Gemini need to know at this time? So you've got King of Fire and the Heart. So this is with Yara, you reap what you sow in terms of like karma, and you've got the sunlight all around you. So this validates this rune here. And I will let you know, with the tarot cards, I look at the symbols through the cards, not necessarily like what they actually mean, because through a reading, there'll be different things that pop out in the card. All right, there's a whole bunch that just shot out, so let's take a look at these. So you've got Ace of Water, and you've got, I don't know if it'll come through, but like in this little pearl, you've got a little horse with a change, not a change. I mean that to me in this reading will represent the change and the movement that's going to happen, or that you need to decide if you want it to happen. So I'll take it this way. A pearl wasn't formed overnight. It took a long time. So this change that will happen, again, isn't going to be overnight, but you just slowly break away at things, and like each day you get to decide, like, what do I want to do today? What will make my soul happy? And each day, if you do it, then it just becomes a pattern and a rhythm, and it just becomes a new habit, and you won't even think about it. And Chariot, so you need to decide if you want to stay in the current state, and that's fine. Like, that's your soul choice. But I do feel a mother figure really pushing you to get to this enlightenment stage and that awakening, so you have that wholeness and that sense of peace in your soul. But you need to make that decision, and then that journey will start. And you've got Two of Water. So again, I'll do it with the Chariot. You had that choice you needed to make, and this validates this, because in that choice, it will take you in the direction you're meant to go in. And there is one last one. The Emperor. So you're going to own it. Whatever. So Tiwaz, which is about the warrior. So this is how I'll take it, is that, like, whatever you decide to do, you will own it. You need to go for it and just own it, because it will come together. You're gonna rock it. All right, this is what I have for Gemini at this time. I hope you enjoyed it. And again, take what resonates and then leave the rest. So thank you. Until next time.